Welcome to our 5 on 5. Pleased to be joined again by Medford Police Lieutenant Mike Budreau. Good to see you, sir.
You too. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Busy time around the holidays, a lot of people hitting the road, and kind of wanted to talk a little home security and many other things you guys are dealing with this time of year. What are some tips that people can do to keep their home safe if they're leaving town for the holiday?
Yeah, I think the main thing is you don't want it to look like you're gone. So when people leave town, they'll leave their homes dark. They'll let the papers pile up potentially, and it could be very obvious to the thief that there's nobody home there. So it's really easy to put your lamps on timers, use those little timers that you get for the Christmas decorations, kind of same thing. Mm-hmm. Have them in a couple different rooms, having lights going on and off is a great deterrent. You don't want to leave your porch light on, your rear porch light on as well. Thieves just really don't like light. So anything you could do in that regard would be good. And then be careful who you tell. You know, if you're going to be telling people you're going to be going out of town, that could be dangerous because the wrong person could hear it. It could be, you know, we have circles nowadays where it's not too difficult for a criminal to be in one of our loose circles, and they could hear about that and take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to ask about neighbors. Is it something you should tell your neighbors, or maybe if they're trustworthy?
Of course.
How do you judge that?
Yeah, if you have a trustworthy neighbor to keep it on your place, I think that's a great idea. But again, you just want to be careful. You don't want the wrong person to hear you're out of town, because thieves they don't want to get caught, and they want the opportunity without getting caught.
Yeah, and we've talked about this before. You kind of run, for lack of a better word, the Medford Police Facebook page, and mm-hmm. you posted recently, and we did a story on it about asking people to put security cameras at eye level, get a better shot of the quote unquote criminals. Is you don't think that they're any danger of being stolen? That's not a concern?
That's a concern, but typically criminals, once they see that there's a camera, they are out of there. They want no part of that. So sometimes people are hiding them, and that's fine, but usually when they hide them, they put them up high, and then we're just getting tops of heads, we're getting, hoodies and bills of mm-hmm. hats and stuff like that. So don't hesitate to make them overt. It's okay to show a camera and even put a sign that they're under surveillance, because you want the criminal basically to keep on walking. So if you do have a camera, get them low, eye level, so we can maybe catch their face, which is really what it's all about. Because we know who's committing the crimes out there. We arrest them, unfortunately, a lot. Yeah. And we identify a lot of them. We just need to get a picture of their face.
Okay. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to our 5 on 5 again, here with Medford Police Lieutenant Mike Budreau. We're talking about the holidays and everything that people can do to stay safe and keep their items secure. Shopping, obviously people might be doing some last minute things right now. You guys, we haven't had a lot of break-ins or anything like that, it seems, at least in the shopping centers locally.
Yeah, thieves target shopping centers for sure. So they're going to be looking in cars, looking for valuables. There's a lot of hours of darkness this time of year. There's a lot of people out shopping, so it's like the perfect environment for thieves to hit. So people need to be aware of that. Some people go back to their cars, they drop some stuff off so they're not carrying all those bags around, and that's kind of what thieves are waiting for. So they could be surveilling the parking lot, which it is of concern, but don't leave valuables that are going to be inside your car, like the package and stuff like that. Try and get them into the trunk. Like if you're going to go to a different location, throw the packages in the trunk and then drive away to a different location. Not going out and putting them in the trunk is okay as long as the thief doesn't see it. But the point is not to keep them inside your car.
Yeah, and you guys often talk about that, is keeping valuables out of sight in vehicles or taking them in, because most often if they're going to do break-ins, it's only for something they see. They don't break in and look. It's exactly. They already see something.
Exactly. We have several hundred cases to go off of to figure out why they do this. But yeah, they will break a window if they see something that even appears about it. Could be an empty backpack, could be a gym bag, that just may have something in there. So keep your car nice and clean. No valuables or anything that looks like valuables.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Something we see across the Rogue Valley in Southern Oregon, everywhere, certainly. So it's the holidays right now. A lot of people might be going out having a good time. I know you guys have extra patrols. Can you give us some general tips? Obviously, Uber, make sure you're staying safe. Designated DD.
Yes. There's really no excuse to drink and drive, especially nowadays when you have these ride-sharing options. But we are going to be out in force, and so far this year in December, or this month in December, we have had a very active, one of the most active DUI months in a long time. So we're really making an effort to try and curb it. We're trying to get out there as much as we can, and we want people to realize that, number one, and really don't risk it. I mean, if you're going to be hosting a get-together or a party or even family or friends, really watch the drinking, especially if it's occurring in your home. There is some liability there for you.
Yeah.
So don't hesitate to get someone to take an Uber, take a taxi, or whatever, so they're not going to be drinking and driving.
Yeah, just a few bucks. Certainly worth not, worth paying for and not risking your life or anybody else's.
Exactly.
Good to see you, man. Thanks very much.
You too.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.